everybody, it's Travis, your Blizzard Basement Hero, back with another product review video. Today we are out at an event and I've got the new Stiletto i7. Now you may recall in a previous video I reviewed the Stiletto Z6, and since then the Z6 has definitely been one of my favorite lights. Getting the Stiletto i7, I may have to bump the Z6 down because the i7 is really cool. It's got some really awesome features that kind of give it a step above the Z6. So let me talk to you a little bit about what the i7 does and what it's got packed inside, and we'll take a look at what it can do. Alright, so because it's got so much stuff packed in, and I don't want to cheat you out on anything that it's got packed inside for features, I'm going to read you some of the stuff here to make sure I don't miss anything. So inside here there are 7 15-watt LEDs. They're 4-in-1 LEDs, so that means you can mix from RGB and W, getting that true white LED in there as well. It's got 540-degree pan and 270-degree tilt. Now, as you can see, looking at the front of the fixture, it has those 7 LEDs in sort of this honeycomb design. So you can actually control every one of those individually, making some really neat effects on the front of this lens. In addition, that lens has an infinite rotation in bidirectional, so both ways you can spin all those LEDs, get some effects going, and with the rotation really enhances some of those things that you can create, some of those designs. In addition to the rotating lens, it also has zoom. So that means the whole lens can shift in and out from a narrow to wide beam angle. And specifically it's 4 to 60 degrees. So you can kind of get, a nice focus, sort of a spot effect with all those different 7 LEDs doing different things, or wash it out and go big with the light. It's got some built-in auto modes. I believe it's got 2 or 3 auto modes, and then 2 sound active modes as well. So if you're not into, programming it out of the box, no problem. You can get this thing up and running by using those built-in modes. It has an easy-to-use 5-button display. When you're not using the display, it goes kind of neat. It shows you the address number, of course, but I like how it's got the black background to the display and the number being white, so it's not, a super bright all the time. So that's kind of nice. So using the menu here, of course, you can do things like set your DMX address, run those built-in programs and whatnot, and there's a whole slew of features built in. I believe when I was playing around with it, you can also set a password to lock the menu as well, so that's sometimes handy. You can also flip the LCD screen if you're going to be mounting this upside down, so that you can still read the display. So for control, I mentioned that it does have those built-in programs, so you can use those programs in standalone mode, or you can link a couple of these up and use them in master slave. And then of course it has DMX, so you can control it over DMX. Built in on the back, which we'll take a look at in just a minute, is 3-pin DMX. You can control this in 2 different DMX footprints. It has 27 channels or 55. So if you want to, like I said, get individual control of all 7 of those LEDs and really create your own outstanding effects, you can go that route as well. As you can see, looking at it on top of this truss totem here, it's pretty modest size, pretty light. I think it's just under 10 pounds. It's got nice carrying handles on the sides. It does also have Omega clamps that come with, which I'll show you here in a second. But on the bottom, just quarter turn on those Omega clamps, and it's ready to get mounted onto your truss or lighting rig. So let's go ahead and take a look at the backside. So we can see the 3-pin DMX in and out here on the backside, along with an on-off button, your fuse, and a PowerCON compatible power connector for power input. And one of my favorite features on most or many of Blizzard's fixtures is the courtesy power output here, so you can daisy chain your power from fixture to fixture. And again, another benefit with the PowerCON compatible connectors is they twist and lock, so you can be sure not to lose power during your show. I do want to let you know what comes with the Stiletto i7. So of course it comes with its power cable that has the PowerCON compatible connector on one end and then a regular Edison plug on the other end. It does also come with another PowerCON compatible connector, the gray color, so that if you wanted to create your own daisy chain cable, you can do that. In addition, it also comes with a safety cable and comes with, like I mentioned before, the 2 Omega clamps. So these will go ahead and affix to the bottom side of the fixture here. Just a simple quarter turn on the Omega clamp, and then has your hole there so you can mount, use a C clamp or whatever sort of clamp you want to put on there to mount the light. And of course, the Stiletto i7 comes with Blizzard's 2-year product warranty. All right, so I've got a couple of programs that I made in really just a few minutes using Blizzard's Lucid lighting control software. So I'll show you this thing in action. Let's check it out. Alright, so that is the Stiletto i7. I hope that by watching the video and seeing it in action, you love it as much as I do. It really has become my new favorite Blizzard fixture. So with all of those features, the 7 15-watt super bright LEDs, RGBW is awesome. The fact that you can rotate the lens and do really cool effects on the front of there, which by the way are pretty easy to achieve even if you don't have the time or the expertise to program. Through DMX you can access some of those shapes and some of the things that it was doing that you saw in those video clips. That it rotates the lens and that it's zoomable. These are all great features to have in one moving head. So again, I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more product videos coming up. And follow me on Instagram @BlizzardReviews. So thanks again, I'm Travis, your Blizzard Basement Hero. See you next time.